care provider violently assaulted by a patient at a Minnesota security hospital in St. Peter. And as Paul Bloom tells us tonight, she's having to deal with the fallout months later. But she is getting some help from somebody who survived a similar attack.
So, I mean, this has really taken over my life. It's completely stripped me of my identity.
Rachel Hagan is trying desperately to adjust to her new normal after suffering a devastating brain injury on the job last December.
I'm working really hard to be able to kind of accept where I'm at right now.
A new normal that includes Post-it notes plastered all over her kitchen cabinets, reminding her of the simplest of tasks, like calling her mother and watering the plants.
One day I can feel kind of like, oh, things are getting better. I feel like things are going to be okay, and I might do a little bit more than I had the previous day, and then the next day I'm just like, I feel horrible.
Rachel explained she was working with high-risk, mentally ill patients inside the state security hospital in St. Peter when one of the women in crisis attacked.
The patient just started swinging and swinging and swinging, and so the patient punched me about 15 times, knocked me out.
Rachel was beaten and badly bruised, but very few on the outside could see the most serious injury, and that was to her brain.
Thanks for being here.
Kaya McMillan, though, immediately related. She, too, was a security counselor inside the hospital who was horrifically beaten by a patient 4 years ago. And today, Kaya remains on disability, constantly worried about seizures, her life still very much on hold.
Same thing, PTSD, seizures, traumatic brain injury, anxiety, all of it. It's our medical charts are eerily similar.
The pair are now hoping to remove any stigma surrounding complications from brain injuries. They also want to continue to put the spotlight on the sometimes dangerous conditions surrounding care for the troubled and mentally ill. The Department of Human Services report that staff injuries from patient aggression at the security hospital have actually declined in recent years, from 100 in 2015 to 53 incidents last year. Kaya and Rachel skeptical of those stats based on what they described as anecdotal evidence. What is amazing, though, they both would return to their jobs tomorrow if medically cleared. They just want some more resources in place to make sure another staffer doesn't join them on extended disability.
It's really easy for everybody to sit here and say, oh, there needs to be change at the hospital, but what would change look like?
In St. Peter, Paul Bloom, Fox 9.